Welcome to the Sage Thought Leadership Podcast, championing the unsung heroes of business, accountants. Well, hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast. I'm Ed Kless, and I am here live at Scaling New Heights 2023. My guest today is Scott Serrano from Accounting High. Welcome to the Sage Thought Leadership Podcast.
What's up, homie? How's it going?
Really going good. Scott, why do you do what you do?
To have fun, first and foremost, and to talk to people, and the Accounting High is predominantly a show, and I get to talk to some of my favorite people in the industry, some of my favorite people, period. Like people that in the accounting profession that I normally wouldn't have a chance to talk to, I get to because I have a show now. So, I meet more people. That energizes me, just being around people and talking to people.
Well, let's go a little bit deeper on that. Why do you think that community connection and collaboration is so important?
Because they all start with the letter C.
That's a good start.
I like my alliteration. Why are they so important? I think for some people, I wouldn't be able to survive without those things. Without community, without collaboration, without other people to help elevate me, and I can also help elevate others. Working together just energizes. I mean, like I said earlier, it energizes me, but it's also, I think, it leads to better innovation and better outcomes when people work together and share ideas. We've talked about this. I think you and I have, and me and Ron have talked about this on my show. Ideas having sex. You guys say that a lot, and that's the thing. The offspring is so much better when you can work with somebody else toward solving a problem.
And what was the inspiration for starting Accounting High?
So we've always been talking about the next generation and the next generation of accountants and building something for them and getting them interested in the profession and having fun. The original name for the show was Sons of CPAs. I thought that was cute. It was fun for a little while, but it didn't really scale. It wasn't going to last that long because it was too male-centric, and it was also just CPAs, and there's a lot of people. And I just didn't want to talk about the licensure or anything like that, so needed a new name. And it was about a year ago that it came to me. I had a conversation with David Leary, and I was talking about doing a rebrand, and he was like, how about I'm not high on accounting? Because I also talk about smoking weed sometimes, cannabis. And so it was sort of like a double entendre, a play on that. Mm-hmm. And the next day, I didn't like that name, though. Then that wasn't it. And the next day, it came to me. It's a high school. It's Accounting High, like the high school. And that's a metaphor that we've been playing with this whole time with Sons of CPAs. So I like to say that was the middle school years, and now we're in high school. So we're going on to the second year of being Accounting High. So it's going to be sophomore year. And, Ron Baker is our principal. We've talked about this. He nominated you as the superintendent, but it's like just playing that metaphor and using this as an education platform to educate somebody coming into the profession or get somebody interested in coming into the profession.
Well, I do know that there's an irony that you're the janitor. So in reality, the roles are reversed. So the higher you are, technically, the lower you are.
Yes. And I learned that. I actually learned that from Ian at Carbon and Guy at Ignition. Uh-huh. Guy said he is the head janitor. And so that's why I've been going by custodian, because I loved it when he said that. And Ian said he's the head bottle washer at the company. And I think that's actually really important to see yourself as one of the people, as everybody. I don't really believe in hierarchy, not at my firm. I do have an accounting firm too, beyond all this. I don't really like hierarchies. I think everybody is equals. Everybody's good at what they bring to the table, and everybody amplifies each other. Like that's a true multiplier if you can elevate somebody and make them better than they were before. And so that's what I've tried to do. That's only after I got out of my own way. I used to get in the way of everybody at the firm and care about details too much and stifle people and kind of diminish their capabilities because I was overbearing, and I would try to control everything at the firm. So once I got out of the way and let my ego get out of the way and realized that they're better off without me in most cases. At the firm, I've been able to apply that in other areas of my life too. So,
and last night we had a conversation. You were talking a little bit about how AI has been helping you out with your raps to some degree. So I want to hear a little bit about that.
Well, so I also do raps. That's actually why I'm here. So we didn't talk about the raps yet, but I actually performed a couple of days ago on the main stage a rap for Scaling New Heights. So the podcast kind of led to me being able to do all the other entertainment stuff that I've been dreaming of. I've been talking about and wanting to do this rap stuff for years. And it wasn't until last year that I started doing it. I do app raps, so I've done one for Expensify and LiveFlow, and then I did one for Scaling New Heights, performed it the other day. But for the Scaling New Heights one, I actually, I had the idea for the rap. I've been doing parodies for all of these. So I take a iconic song, a song that was popular, usually from the 2000s, 90s, always rap so far, and I do a parody of it. I take the same rhyme schemes and patterns and do that for whatever the subject matter at hand, the story I'm trying to tell. So I told GPT, I said, write a parody of Kanye West, Touch the Sky, with this copy. And then I gave it all of the stuff that I need that was from the website, Scaling New Heights, all of their copy from their site. And it spit out, and I would iterate the prompt a couple times. It spit out a couple different versions, and it was great. It was a great start. It probably saved me about 10 hours of just iterations and getting started. The hardest part is to get started on these raps. So this is the first time I ever really did that. I would talk about doing it, but I never actually did it. I was able to write and record this rap in the few days that I was home to be able to before the show.
That's fantastic.
It was dope.
And Scott, we have an exit question that we ask all of our guests, and that is, who is a hero of yours, and why are they a hero?
Hero of mine, Batman, or Superman. I have a Superman chain and a Batman, so literal heroes. Ron Baker's a hero of mine. For real, he was instrumental in a lot of changes that I made at my firm, and inspiring, and early on, all of his ideas I connected with. So years ago when he was talking about value pricing, and it unlocked so much for me at my firm and changed the way we did almost everything because it had made sense. It was speaking to me. So definitely a really big hero of mine. So it's an honor to be able to talk with you and him on my show, and he's come on already 5 times, and we have some of the best conversations. He's the principal at Accounting High, so yeah.
There you go. And lastly, Scott, how can somebody get a hold of you?
I'm on LinkedIn, Scott Scarano, or as my rap name is OKR. You can probably see that on there, OK Rapper. LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter too, at Scott Scarano. Yeah.
All right. Scott Serrano of Accounting High, thanks so much for being a guest on the Sage Thought Leadership Podcast.
Dope. Thanks.
Review and subscribe by searching your podcast player of choice for Sage Thought Leadership Podcast.